Peace, family. Welcome back to another thought exercise with me, Anthony. And today we're going to be talking about a really key topic I feel is important, especially in today's society. We're going to be talking about reclaiming your mind, a journey to self-discovery and empowerment. So we live in a world that is full of distractions, full of noise. There are so many people that experience negativity on a daily basis. So it's so easy to just kind of lose yourself in the midst of everything that's going on, right? And it's easy to just give over your power to other things outside of yourself if you don't have the time to nourish yourself from within. So we're going to be exploring the importance of reclaiming your mind. We're going to be talking about different strategies that you can use to cultivate a positive mindset. And we're going to talk about a few tips to help you enhance your mental well-being as well. So, yeah, let's dive into it. So like I said before, we're going to be talking about reclaiming your mind and going on the journey of self-discovery and self-mastery. So I'm going to start it off with this. Why reclaim your mind, right? Good question. Why should I reclaim my own mind? Well, you got to understand that your mind is a powerful tool and it has the ability to really shape and mold your reality. And it's all based on the influences that you have or that other things have on you. So these things have the potential to alter your reality. Your emotions can influence your mind as well, which can alter your reality. So if you're looking at things that are like triggering or things that aren't really beneficial for you, you're going to bring more of that experience into your reality. However, if you're looking at things that are inspiring, that are helpful, that are motivating, that help you to think and expand your consciousness on a higher level, where you're gonna attract more of that. You're gonna attract more of those people. You're gonna attract more of those experiences, and everything that you want in life is gonna be surrounded by those parameters that you have your reality focused on, right? So reclaiming your mind means taking back control of your thoughts, your beliefs, and fostering an empowering positive mindset and aligning your actions with your true goals and your true values. So I'm going to be talking about a couple of strategies to cultivate a positive mindset and help you elevate to the next level. The first point we're going to talk about is practicing mindfulness. By being present in the moment and observing your thoughts without judgment, you can cultivate self-awareness and enhance your ability to respond mindfully to challenges. You're going to be faced with a lot of obstacles in your life, but the thing that separates you and your obstacles is the way that you respond to them and react to them as well. So a lot of us get dealt with so many different obstacles in our lives, and we tend to react to them rather than respond to them. We ask ourselves, why is this happening to me? Instead of asking, what is this trying to teach me? Every single thing that I've ever experienced in my life, I've always asked myself, what is this trying to teach me? Because everything that I go through is an opportunity for me to grow and evolve and become a better version of myself. And that's just how I choose to see reality. But that didn't happen overnight. It happened over time. I had to really go through a lot of different trials and tribulations in order to cultivate this mindset and this perspective. Because everything that I ever went through, I always used to ask myself like, damn, why am I going through all this? This shit is crazy. You know what I mean? But then I realized that I asked to be a greater version of myself. And when you are asking the universe or God to bless you with a more abundant life, you go on the journey of becoming. But becoming is not the most prettiest journey. I know that we see things like on Instagram and social media, and it paints this picture of spirituality being this enlightening thing. But really, sometimes it can be an ugly journey. It could be a gruesome journey. It could be just tough. But on the other end of that, it's a beautiful journey because you realize the beauty in everything. And that's what it is. The beauty is the perspective. So that's just one way, practicing mindfulness. The second strategy is challenge your negative thoughts. Identify and challenge negative self-talk and limiting beliefs that hold you back. Replace them with positive affirmations and empowering thoughts. I was actually watching a podcast the other day, right? And the guy was talking about this same subject in a different way. And he was saying that if you really want to overcome negative self-talk, wrap a rubber band around your wrist. So every time you have a negative thought, pop the rubber band. So that way, whenever you're starting to have negative thoughts, it associates those negative thoughts with pain, and therefore you don't want to feel that pain. So you choose to think positively rather than negatively. That could be an aspect that you can use along your journey to help you grow and evolve and become a better version of yourself. But there are so many ways to cultivate and really tackle these negative self-thoughts, right? There's so many different ways to do it. I've always been an optimist in my life, so I've always looked on the brighter side of things. Even when I do have negative thoughts, I understand that there's always a brighter side. And that comes to one of the universal laws of, I think it's cause and effect, or polarity. It's one of those two. But basically, as the pendulum swings to the left, it has to swing back to the right. With every negative experience that you have, there's a positive experience on the other side. So I always looked at it from that perspective because I know that when it rains, it doesn't rain forever, right? When you feel pain, you don't feel pain forever. I know it's only a temporary lapse and it's only just being used. The moment is only being used to teach me something, to guide me towards my greater good. Abraham Hicks once said, when you know more of what you don't want, you know more of what you do want. And so you go through this journey of experiencing things that you don't want, so that way you can better identify the things that you do want in your life. And those are just some of the ways that you could tackle the negative self-talk in your life. The next strategy you can use is a gratitude practice. Cultivate a habit of gratitude by focusing on the positive aspects of your life. Gratitude can shift your perspective, increase your resilience, and enhance your overall well-being. Literally just saying thank you every single day can literally change the trajectory of your life and help you to reclaim your mind. Being thankful, no matter what. If you're working a job that you don't like, be thankful for the fact that you're working in a place that provides you income that you can use to cultivate the life that you truly desire. That's one way to look at it. But that's the power of cultivating gratitude. When you're able to take whatever experience that you're having and you can shift it into something to be grateful for because you know that it's helping you to grow and overcome obstacles in the future. Gratitude can be being thankful that you woke up this morning, being thankful that you have a roof over your head, or being thankful that you have a place to sleep where a lot of people don't, where you have food in your fridge where a lot of people don't even have refrigerators. I remember when I was growing up along my journey, those are the things that I took for granted when I was coming up. Because when I was coming up, I didn't have a refrigerator. As crazy as that sounds, I lived out of a cooler for a long time. For an extensive period of time. I was just living out of a cooler. We had to put ice in the cooler. This was me and my dad when we was living together. We had to put ice in the cooler every single day, and if you had food in that cooler, the ice would melt and you would have watery food. And so that built up so much gratitude when we got a refrigerator. I was just so thankful. I was just thankful to have a place to store food. And it's just those little things that you take for granted until they're taken away from you. But there's so much around you to be thankful for. There are people in other third world countries that don't even have the luxuries that you have today. The simple things that we take for granted. Once you're able to express gratitude for the things that you have, You open up more room for more things to enter your life. And that kind of goes back to the addressing of negative self-talk as well. Because when you're grateful for certain things in your life, you don't have time to be worried about, well, oh man, this is going good, this isn't going bad. Well, guess what? Things can always be worse. And you know the old saying that people say, well, there's others that have it worse than you. Yeah, that may be true. And that is true. But you just have to be thankful for the life that you currently have, because you recognize where you are. So now that you recognize where you are, you're able to identify what needs to be changed. And that's all due to practicing gratitude. Once you're able to identify where you are and you start to cultivate the gratitude for the little things that you have, you open up new pathways for you to see other avenues to travel. And the final tip, the final strategy, surround yourself with positivity. I think this one is so important. Surround yourself with supportive and positive people who uplift and inspire you. Limit exposure to negative influences such as toxic relationships or media. Like I said before, sometimes we are bombarded with so much on social media and the news and things of that nature that we start to cultivate this world of disaster. Like, oh, the world is falling apart. There's so much hate and violence and crime, and everyone's lying and stealing and killing. But in reality, that's just a small percentage of what the world actually is. There are a lot of great things that are going on in the world, and it's not being destroyed, it's being rebuilt. The podcast that I was watching earlier, the one I was telling you about, the guy also was talking about how in order for new things to be created, old things must be destroyed. So whenever you're in this process of creating, you are destroying as well. And that could be anything, like you're destroying the old mindset that you currently have in order to build up this new mindset, right? But it's so important to surround yourself. Also, it's so important to surround yourself with the right type of people as well, because these things give you evidence that you are going on the right path. And you're going to meet a lot of people along your journey as well. Once you're able to start practicing gratitude, you're going to meet a lot of people who are going to help you to further elevate on your journey as well. So that is so important, to surround yourself with the right type of media, with the right type of people, with having the right type of conversations, not only with other people, but with yourself as well. Surrounding yourself with positivity can be the catalyst that takes you from point A to point Z. So now I have some tips for you. These are tips for enhancing your mental well-being. The first tip I have for you is prioritizing self-care. This is so important. Take care of your physical, emotional, and mental well-being through activities that nourish your mind, body, and soul. This can include exercise, healthy eating, meditation, hobbies, and relaxation. These things are so important, right? Let me tell you something that I do that I find so enjoyable. I have a skincare routine. If you can't tell, I like to take care of myself. You know what I'm saying? I like to look good. I like to feel good. And I love just taking care of my skin and my body, right? I love taking care of my health internally, but I love just like a skincare routine. It's so therapeutic. And that's just something that I utilize to take care of my health. And it's a hobby as well, because I love just finding different things that I can utilize on my skin to make it feel better, to make it smell better. Those are just things that I like to do, right? And those things fill me up with so much joy and happiness. And that's another thing that I use to take care of myself too, because I believe in aging in reverse, right? That's just what I believe in. And I believe it's possible if you take care of yourself and be mindful of what it is that you put in your body. Also, I'm addicted to exercise, right? I love going to the gym. I'm a gym rat, okay? I just love going to the gym. It feels weird when I don't. I can't miss no more than 2 days, maybe a day and a half, but I love going to the gym. That's just something that I love because I like the way I feel. I like the way I look. It's just, and it's good for the brain too. It opens up so many neural pathways in your brain to help you expand and think clearly. It's almost a necessity. I don't even think it's an option. It needs to be a necessity in your life. But those are just some of the things that I do to prioritize my self-care. There's many other things, but those are just some of the ones that really light me up the most. The second tip is setting boundaries. Learn to set boundaries to protect your mental space and energy. Say no to commitments that drain you and prioritize activities that align with your values and goals. It's okay to say no. It's okay to say no. Say no. It's one thing to say yes when you really mean no, because that drains you more than ever. And for me, I used to have a hard time with saying no to a lot of people, places, and things. And I would do it because I thought I was doing somebody a favor, but really I was doing myself a disservice because I really didn't want to go, or I really didn't want to participate in certain activities, or I really didn't want to do that project. It's okay to say no, right? Because I'm telling you now, once you start practicing the art of no, you feel so empowered. Like, it's just something so powerful about the word no. Like, hey, can you do this for? No. What? No. And you don't have to do it like that. Like, don't be like arrogant about it, but just politely decline. Like, nah, not today. Nah, I want to do something else today, right? That's okay. And even with certain opportunity that you may have, it's okay to say no sometimes. Now, there's a difference between doing something that helps you grow and then something that is just it's a no-go for you, right? It's one of your non-negotiables. And that's another thing that you have to do as well. You have to be able to set non-negotiables for yourself, which sets such strong boundaries. There was somebody that I used to talk to a while ago about boundaries, and there was a coach on boundaries. And it was such a big deal. And honestly, I didn't really understand it at the time. But as I started to progress in my life, I started to realize how important it was to set boundaries in your life. It's so important. The next tip is seek growth opportunities. Embrace challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. Step out of your comfort zone, pursue new experiences, and continuously invest in your personal and professional development. This is probably the third best thing that lights me up. I love networking events. I love connecting with like-minded people. I live in Georgia, so there's like always some sort of networking event going on. And I just love attending these things because I get to meet some of the most amazing people. I get to learn some great information. And it really takes me out of my comfort zone, because where I'd rather be at home just chilling out, me and my wife, I'm out here like networking with different people and I'm putting myself in different rooms that I necessarily wouldn't see myself in, right? And it really helps me to grow and expand because I never know what to expect when I'm in these rooms. But it's so amazing. It's so amazing. It's so wonderful to just be a person who is always seeking growth, right? And I think that's the one thing that has helped me to grow and evolve to the being that I am currently. It's just going to different rooms and always seeking opportunities for growth and expansion. So that could really help you in your path as well. And finally, practice self-compassion. Practice self-compassion. Be kind and compassionate towards yourself, especially during times of struggle or setback. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you will offer a friend. You have to be your best friend and your best cheerleader. You hear me? We're going to go through life. We're going to experience pain. We're going to experience all kinds of things. But the worst thing you could do while you're experiencing these things is beat yourself up about certain circumstances. That's the worst thing you can do. The world is already against you. Why be against yourself? You need to be your biggest fan. You need to like you before anybody else likes you. You need to be the one to comment and like on your videos more than anybody else in the beginning, because if you don't like what it is that you're doing, nobody is going to like it. So you really have to be your best friend. You have to be compassionate and kind to yourself. Because the world is out to beat you up. All right? I'm just going to let you know now. The world is out here to beat you up. All right? It does you no good if you jumping in and beating yourself up too. Like, hey, let me get some licks in. Like, nah, don't do that. The world will take care of that. It's up to you to be kind and compassionate to yourself, to build up the strength to knock down any wall that you face. Because that's where your true strength lies. In your kindness to yourself and your self-compassion. All right. So, in conclusion, reclaiming your mind is a powerful journey of self-discovery and empowerment that can transform your life in profound ways. By taking proactive steps to cultivate a positive mindset, enhancing your mental well-being, and align your actions with your true self, you can unlock your full potential and create a life filled with purpose, joy, and fulfillment. And remember this, y'all. Remember this. The power to reclaim your mind lies within you. That is the most important thing. The power to reclaim your mind lies within you. You have everything that you need to become the greatest version of yourself. There's nothing holding you back but you. Whether you believe you can or you can't, you are always right. Understand that. If you believe something is impossible to do, you're right. If you believe that you can conquer anything that you face, you're right. So understand that it all starts with you. Everything starts with you. And once you recognize that, well, you'll take off like an Elon Musk rocket. Without the crash. You'll take off like a rocket, okay? You're going to do amazing. I know you are. We're in this together. And I thank you. I thank you for being on this journey with me. I thank you for allowing me to be on this journey with you. And I truly believe we do better when we grow together. So let's continue to grow with one another. And if you found this helpful, inspiring, or motivating in any way, shape, or form, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Click the notification bell to get notified whenever I publish another video. And as always, you're appreciated. Again, reclaiming your mind starts with you. That is the single most powerful thing that you could ever do with your life, is reclaiming your mind. Stop giving your power out to outside sources of yourself. Go within. The power lies within. Everything that you do lies within. And once you start to seek from within, everything without will change. Like magic. It's just like, wow. You'll find yourself in certain situations that you never find yourself in, all good situations. You'll find yourself surrounded by people you never thought you'd be surrounded by. You will find yourself making more money than you ever thought was possible. And it's all because you started up here. This is your golden ticket. This, your mind. It all starts with your mind. This has been another thought exercise with Paula Z. Anthony. And until next time, peace and progress.